Do you know what I want to ask
Good.
you? I want to ask you how old you are.
How old do you think I am? Sorry, let me just get that out of my shop.
Well, you either deal with stress really well, because you've got a lot of shit going on. I'd say you're probably 35, but then look like 25.
Oh, I hate that. I fucking hate that. I'm 32.
Oh, bang on. Same age as me.
You
Look
say
at that.
32. I was 32 last week.
32.
It was your birthday as well, was it?
May, yeah. So, yeah, 32. Oh, shit. Well, bang on. We've both got 2 gyms. We're both 32. You're good looking, I'm fugly. Jobs are good. Well, at least we know, like I say, it's quite deceptive because I think you do.
Do you reckon?
Well,
Someone
yeah.
thought I was fucking 40 the other day in here. I was like,
I think it's how we act. I think it's because we're confident.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
You know what
People
I mean?
will judge your age based off presence, I reckon.
But I think that's because of the experiences we've had. Do you know what I mean? I think we've probably been through a lot.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, man. I've heard a few things, so go on.
Oh,
Let's see. No. Let's not just open a can of fucking worms here. But I think a lot of people look at us owning, gyms and all the rest of it, businesses. How many businesses do you own now? Sorry,
Got 5 companies that.
5 businesses. All right. So people will look at you driving fancy cars and fucking look at your content and all the rest of it, and they'll just be like, "Oh, I bet that guy's got the life." Tell me, work, life, all the rest of it. How much do you fucking work? Do you work all the time, every hour under the sun?
I'm ill with how much I work. My work rate is the best and worst thing about my life because it's the fear of it though as well. You know, that's what it is. I think when you've got your own shit, I have no safety net, I have no family, I have no one to make sure everything's going to be okay. Yeah. So if I don't, it'll be fucked. Yeah. So I have to do it. And even when it's done, it's more the worry. Is it done? Have I done it right? And it's rechecking it. Yeah. So I probably do 60 to 80 hours a week, every single week. Up at 6, starting work from 7, and I don't close my laptop till 10 o'clock every night. And then I'm still sat in bed ticking over.
Well, I saw you're like me with all these notepads, aren't you? Oh. Every office I've literally got notepads everywhere. Just because I just think, right, make a note of that, or I'll tell my manager or whatever, because once it's coming out, you don't want to lose it, do you? Do you know what I mean? So just pads fucking everywhere. I need to get
it out because I hear my thoughts, man. There's too much going on for me. So it's like, if I get it out, I feel like I can chill. And then I have to recheck it. And it's kind of a calming process for me, as well as actually writing the shit down. It's more sanity.
Can you actually chill? Because this is why I'm doing this. I look at you and I think, do you know what? This guy's successful, he's smashing it, or well, I hope he's smashing it, do you know what I mean, right? Till we look at the books. I'm sure you're smashing it, right? So I cannot switch off. So I'm thinking, why am I even doing this? Why am I inviting all this stress into my life? Why am I buying more and more businesses and setting more up? Because I think my head's literally turning into fucking scrambled egg, do you know what I mean? So can you actually switch off?
No. I haven't switched off since fucking...
He hasn't got the answers, who knows?
You know, that's it. And I think anyone in our position though, people who are self-employed have that real life pressure on them. They're the only people that understand it. So even having conversations with people now, I find it hard to talk to people and have a genuine conversation.
They don't get it.
Yeah. And it's hard. And because of what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing and where I'm going, it has to be so time efficient. And I have a timeline and a deadline to get to where I need to be, and that meaningless chat takes me further away from it. I struggle to engage with people unless it is growth.
So do you have any friends?
Do
you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what? I've got a small group of friends that are my friends from my previous lifestyle.
But you never see them?
Nah, once every couple of months I see my friends, and that's why I've got to enjoy being in here though. That's why I have to love my work. These are my people. Yeah. Because I genuinely think if you're going to be successful at creating something of your own, it has to take everything you've got. Yeah. Like, it doesn't just come from nothing. So.
Yeah, well then you don't have to be motivated, let's say, to get to work, because it's not work, is it?
Well, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I get to come here, sit and chill with people that I fucking like, because I've attracted the audience that I want by being my fucking self. Yeah. And do what I've always dreamed about doing. You know, that is mad to me. Like, this is fucking mad to me. Like, it still doesn't feel real that I'm here doing this. And to me, when you're saying about, I hope you're smashing it, that's what is smashing it for me. Yeah. The fact of that I have been able to accomplish what I have, help the people that I've helped, thousands and thousands of people. Yeah. And just to prove the point, like every fucker who said you can't do it, everyone who put me down, everybody who doesn't believe they can fucking do it. Like, if I can do it after everything I have fucking experienced, like, people, you have no idea anything is fucking possible. Yeah. So it's like, that's why I am successful.
Well, let's talk childhood then. So where's this extreme work drive come from? Because you've been through loads of shit in your life, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you just had a kid that's 10 weeks early in hospital, all the rest of it's still here, still working, you know what I mean?
Do you know what? My life is ridiculous, and it's like, sometimes it's I speak to people and I realise how out of the ordinary it is, because when you live it, it's just your life.
Yeah, of course.
So then looking back now at some of the shit that I experienced, what we went through, it's mad.
As in growing up, you mean? Like, or like recently?
Throughout,
right,
and like forever. It's like, honestly, there's fucking something every fucking year. So I'm in the middle of filming my own Against All Odds video, which is my intro about who I actually am, the shit that I've never really told people about. Because if I'm going to do this and have podcasts and have talks with people, I think they need to know why I feel I can talk about them things. It'll be about different, more darker topics, more things that I've experienced, and I feel that I could add value to people that have been through what I've been through. So I'm in the middle of making that and reliving all the shit. Like, it's been emotional for me. It's been mad. But like, brief overview. Born in Longsight. I had a good childhood, you know, like my mum is the best mum in the fucking world. Like, honestly, like I can't compare her to anyone because she's in a league of her own in terms of how much she loved me, how much she cared for me, how much
she still with us?
Yeah, my mum's still here. We nearly lost her last year, but she's still there. Okay. But and my mum was just my number one. So I just remember being happy. We never had money. Like my mum was unemployed throughout my whole childhood. Like, we lived on benefits, and when my mum said she had no money, that meant she's counting pennies. That's, you know, many a night we had no gas, no electric. We slept with candles on. We had sleep for dinner, that kind of shit. Like, but she loved me more than anything. So I just remember being broke. And then things changed when my mum got her partner. And
so dad was out of the scene, I'm assuming.
Dad's out of the scene straight away.
So partner,
so single mum and long tie, and then my mum meets a new guy, and then shit just went downhill from there. So without going too deep into that, just domestic violence, drug abuse, into the most extremes that you could imagine. Like, I've seen things that nobody should ever fucking see.
Too right.
Countless times. So I went to 6 different primary schools because of this incident. Move house, witness protection, move house.
Okay. So it wasn't you were bad. You weren't a rebel.
No. When I was younger, that was me. Just my mum's right hand man, and my mum was experiencing a horrible fucking time. Really. So and that just moved around. We moved all around Longsight. We moved Witherton. We moved Moss Side, and then eventually we got moved into Longsight, and then into Wythenshawe, and that's when things kind of changed for me. Path went a little bit of a different direction, opened my eyes to...
How old were you at this stage then?
So then I was like 11, 12.
Okay, all right, okay. So you're taking all this, absorbing this shit.
And what's different is as well, Longsight back in the day, and even kids now, I remember being out on the streets, at being young. I remember doing mad fucking shit. So think that I must have been fucking 10 when I'm out doing that kind of stuff. And like, it was all my mates' older brothers. Longsight was all guns and gangs.
So you grew up early. Yeah. You were 15 when you were 10.
Then they're all doing whatever. So Longsight, in that area and in that kind of poverty situation, you're around drugs, guns and gangs and dumb black guy shit. We go to Wythenshawe, you're around money and drugs and people who want better shit. So I've seen 2 different complete sides of it.
Contrast,
Because I lived all over Manchester and I was in that area, I know everybody from them things, and I've always been respected in them areas too, just from having to defend myself, having to be the person that you become in that area to not be a victim. So that's why I've got a big circle of people who know me for the wrong shit around Greater Manchester.
Okay, all right, okay.
So I've got, you know...
That's something that, like, someone like me, for example, obviously we started talking, you know, maybe like 6 months ago, you know, just because I respect, you know, other gym owners and business owners and all the rest of it, and I wouldn't know that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't know that. So it's amazing, like, to hear where you've come from and where you are now. Do you know what I mean? And it's carved to...
You know, that's why it's everything to me. That's why success for me is measured differently than just financials, because it is against all odds. Like, that's the fucking real thing. Society will tell you, if you experience what I've been through, you will be a drug addict. You will be in abuse. You will not be successful.
So polar opposite. So I went to a counsellor recently, and she said, look, your parents are who kind of make you. You either go directly towards the same path as them, or completely polar opposite. There's no in between. So if you...
The dad who's an alcoholic. One son, he has 2 sons. One will never drink because his dad is an alcoholic.
That's right.
One's an alcoholic because his dad's an alcoholic.
So there's no middle ground.
Perception on what happens to you.
That's it.
And that's how I've had to continue through everything that's happened to me to build gyms, because people think it's an easy journey. Like, I have had so many life-destroying things happen where I have cried my eyes out and thought, this is it, and feel like the world's being bad to me. But it's not, you know, that's just life. And you've just got to keep fucking moving. And it's how you want to react to that situation will dictate the outcome to it.
Yeah.
And the more, I think, because I went through so much shit when I was younger, I'm conditioned to it.
Yeah.
And I've been told I ain't shit my whole life. So it doesn't matter to me if I fail. Like, I can... I don't know, you know, it's like it builds that armour up.
I was just going to say, you've got a bit
people never experience it. They get it the first time, it breaks them because they've never done it. And I'm like, shit, I've done that shit hundreds of times.
So how old were you then when you'd moved and, you know, first job, all the rest of it? Where's the work ethic come from? Is it just because your mum wasn't working and you went complete opposite way?
Do you know what? I've always been wanted to be the best at what I do.
Okay, so, anything.
Yeah, anything.
Even
whether it's fucking, exactly, like absolutely anything. So it's always been in me to have the desire to earn the most amount of money, to be the biggest and the greatest.
Where that's come from though?
Well, it come from being starving. Like when
opposite.
When you have to have nothing for food and you ain't got butter to toast, you fucking, you know, to put on your toast. I was out grafting from the ages of 10, 11, doing dumb things to take money home to give my mum for gas and electric. I'd be like, I found 20 quid on the floor.
So literally you started at like 10 or 11?
Yeah. Me and my friends used to go out and we'd scan the floor. And I first started just looking at the floor, and you'd be mad how much money you fucking find just on the floor. So me and my fucking mates would be out and we'd get on our bikes and we'd just find money. Then it'd be in shops, then it'd be in cars. Then it just started from needing, and mine was always as well, in my defence, what I say, because I've done a lot of fucked up shit. Like I've got a fucking charge sheet bigger than me, and you're a
different man nowadays. You're a businessman.
Well, it was for a different purpose. Some people buzz off that kind of shit and think it's cool. No. I had to feed my family, and I did not know a different way. When you have never ever been shown that, and no one I knew had a job or had any way of making money other than doing illegal shit, I just did what they did. And wanted to be the best at it. So
of course, absolutely.
But so it started then, you know, and it's always been in me. So whenever it was dumb fucking shit grafting, I went jail for intent to supply Class A's when I was 17.
Wow. Didn't even know you could go at 17. What's the minimum? 16?
Well, you can go to youth offenders institutes. You can go from like fucking 12, I reckon. They take you to a fucking boarding school, and then 14 to 16, 16 to 18s. Shit. So I was in young offenders institute, intent to supply Class A. Mum's dog got took off 15 fucking times at least. Like I was heavily involved in illegal activities.
Well, this is all stemmed because you had nothing. So straight away you went complete polar opposite. I am going to work my balls off so I have everything.
It was, and you know what, it wasn't even a quick switch like that, it was more the realisation. If I be fully honest, like I didn't get into the industry for the right reasons. I was a PT because I was driving a fancy car unemployed. And I was roided out my head thinking, I'm a fucking man, what can I do that's cool? I'm a PT.
So you did it to
be a, you know, I was embarrassed telling people at my age now that I'm unemployed. It used to be cool to have cool shit and to be what you want, and then it got to the point of got fucking kids and like
I can't
do that shit.
So when did you start PT?
I qualified in 2015.
So how old were you then? Ish.
25.
Okay. 25. So were you literally?
I'd never had a job.
Oh, up to 25, really? It was all wow, right? Okay. I
had a call centre job for 3 weeks. I didn't exist on the books before real life. I'd never worked, you know. I went to college every year and I always put into extra education, so I've got a fucking thing like that, certificates, because if I'm at college people can't chat shit to me. I always wanted to learn, I just didn't know what I wanted to do.
See, this is interesting though, because PT point of view, like why PT? Is it just because you thought, oh well, I know this one guy that earns good money as a PT, let's just go do that?
Do you know what, there was no money in it. It was more about what could I do at that time that I would be comfortable doing. I didn't need to work for financials. I was okay.
And were you into the gym then, I'm assuming?
Well, yeah. Well, do you know what, there is purpose behind it, but I didn't realise that until I unlocked it through doing my job. So I was the fat kid all throughout school.
You see, same as me. I was
the chubby kid. I was fucking deprived. I started late with girls. I was the one who didn't get picked for sports. Like my name, wherever I went when I was a kid, I got called the fat packer, is what I got called. I was pig. I had little titties. And like, you've got to think I'm in charity shop clothes. I'm coming from a less affluent family, clearly, looking at me. And people thought I was a victim, you know, I was a target for people, so that's why I was fighting all the time and having that.
So did people try bullying and then you were like,
yeah,
right, okay,
from day off though, like I was just the target in every single different school that I went to, that was me, until they got a reason to know they can't fucking do that shit.
And at what age did you start losing the weight, getting the compliments and all the rest of it?
That was last year in high school, so it was massively part of my...
Like 12, 13 maybe?
15, 16.
Oh, okay,
I was
right,
late
okay,
on with it.
yeah.
So all the way through high school still, all my friends are fucking banging birds, I'm still fucking virgin Thai, fat as fuck, hating
Did you
life.
have game though, because you talk well? So I
always thought I had a little bit of fucking chat, but it's not what you want. I wanted some action, you know.
Yeah. Well, I got shipped off to boarding school because I was a naughty boy. My dad was...
Really?
Yeah, man, my dad he passed when I was like 13, and looking back at it now, the reason I was such a shitbag and I got kicked out of so many schools, right, is purely because I think it was just a cry for help. It was a cry for attention. Like, so I got kicked out of one school, got sent to a boarding school for a bit. That's when my dad passed. And I remember like the boarding master coming and sitting with me in my bunk bed as I was crying, thinking, fuck, I've just lost my dad. Listening to shit like Elton John, Candle in the Wind, and just crying for hours and hours because my mum had just lost my dad, and then she'd also lost her dad, so she couldn't fucking deal with me. Do you know what I mean? So I was just by myself, and I went like, I was thinking, I think I just needed attention. So I was just a shit. I was the loudest, or most obnoxious. I got shipped to this boarding school at Giggleswick, Settle, which is like 2 odd hours away, right? And I was still a shit there. I used to think it was funny to get on report, and report there at boarding school was the worst ever. You had to be first to breakfast. You had to wait for everyone to have breakfast. It was just the most inconvenient thing ever, right? So I used to like paint my boarding room with these like report cards. I don't know why I thought it was funny to be the rebel. I thought, you know what I mean? I thought it was hilarious. But when I got shipped off, I started losing weight because I got thrown into like CCF, military camp, all these sports. Start to lose it. I had this one girl compliment me. And I fucking rated it because I was always the fat kid. I was always looked like a whale.
Fire inside.
And I was like, I love it.
It does something to you, doesn't it?
Crazy,
that was
man.
Me.
Compliments. Everyone loves them.
Wow.
Do you know, people come to you now and go, oh, I need to be healthy. You go like, fuck off, man. You want to look good naked. Just tell me the truth. It kills me that. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Oh, I'm trying to move away from all of that now. That was me for a long time until I become actually happy.
Yeah.
I realised it was insecurity. And most PTs are insecure as fuck. We all have that reason to why we need to look better and to do whatever.
Well, as gym owners, we've got to kind of look like we do something.
See, do you know what though? I'm against that now. So, 100%. I'm liking the fact of maturing up a little bit and trying to... Do you know what it is? It's my confidence in myself.
Yeah.
When I doubted myself and I didn't know if I had real value on this world, if I was a fucking good person, if I can stand for myself, like I was worried about how I would look, what people would think of me, what to do. I don't give a fuck because I value myself so highly. Like I know no one could ever fuck my missus better than me. I know I have got a big dick. I know that I am good at what I need to be good at. I'm a good person and I don't need to worry about shit.
Where have you learned all this though? Because I need a bit of this. As in,
like,
you know what I mean? but like, surely you've done some like sort of self-help. Because recently I've obviously been going around all these like business mentors and stuff, looking for the answers. This is what I'm doing now. What the hell? Where did it all just kind of fall into place and go, do you know what, I'm going to be happy with me?
I love to self-evaluate everything. I did psychology when I was in jail. It fucks me up because I think about everything. Like, if you touch your hair, I'm going to think you want to fuck me. And like, I just overread everything.
Okay, all right.
But I like it. I like thinking about people's psychology. I like understanding the reason behind why. And we have to do that with our clients. We have to do that in terms of business.
Yeah.
My business is successful because I create a subconscious environment that's, a pleasurable subconscious environment for my clients.
Okay.
I ain't just thinking about them coming in the gym. When you come in, there's an air freshener to make it smell nice.
Yes.
There's tampons in the toilet. There's a sweet on the side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about creating an environment that your mind is going to like as well as you.
Get your whole
so
package.
Then when you,
going above and beyond, just like what I try doing mine.
You've got to think that into yourself. So if I act a certain way, I want to understand it. So because I've got a load of life experience, I've been a piece of shit. I've been the cheat, I've been the scumbag boyfriend, I've been the bully, I've been the fucking drug dealer, I've been all of that shit. I can look back and think, why did I do that and what was wrong in my life at that time for me to do that? And I know that when I used to bully my ex-girlfriend, my kid's mum, I just get embarrassed. I'm like, because I was so insecure because she was the most beautiful thing to me, I was still the fat kid with braces, like didn't have that level of confidence, I've not been successful. So I was nasty to her because of my own insecurity. And I feel that I couldn't do that now because I'm secure in myself. And because, and it's just understanding that, like, why do I no longer feel better? If I'm going to look at that situation and look at what's different, it's now I'm accomplished in myself. So, and I like to attribute that to who I am as a person and what I do, not my financial state, not what other people define as success. So I do so much good. I can't feel bad.
Feel bad, really? Right, so I mean...
And that helps,
I know that you obviously do the free kids classes here to help out and stuff like that, and You know, you said that there's a time where homeless people come in your gym, even though it's an exclusive gym with celebrities. You know what I mean? So by doing all these nice acts, you feel that good about yourself that you're like, I've made it.
Yeah, no one can bring me down. And it's you know what it is? It's a narcissistic thing to do.
So I need to do loads of nice shit and I'll feel successful.
Have you ever watched My Name is Earl?
Yeah,
It's that shit. It's the My Name is Earl shit. And I had a list of shit that I was ashamed of doing. And I felt like, and I believe in karma, I believe in energy, I believe in you get what you deserve. And that's because that's been true into my life as well. So the more I started behaving in the way that I would like to be treated and I want the world to treat me, I think about everywhere we go, add value to it. I won't litter. I won't disrespect money. I won't throw a penny away. There's a load of weird things that I will not do because I believe that I'm fucking with energy if I do that.
Really?
And it's been successful for me, yeah. So
well, I'd look at, he's not going to waste money because he had nothing as a kid, so he's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. See, it has no value to me in terms of that. Like, I'm one of them. Every penny I get gets invested.
I'm saying, so you don't...
I am cash skint. Yeah. I'm heavily invested on everything.
So you don't spunk your money on pointless shit.
Yeah,
it's core business.
Fuck about money. Like, I used to.
Really?
Like now, I don't even like wearing branded clothes. I won't wear my watch, my chain. I don't like it.
We were having this conversation on the way. You're like, when I see someone like post a Rolex, I think, fuck man, there's people that can't pay the bills. I hate shit like that. I like cars. Cars are my thing. I've got a few nice cars.
Cars are different, I reckon.
And if I post a picture of a car, it isn't because I'm like, look at me, I'm better than you. It's like, look at this beautiful car.
Exactly.
That car's the only thing. If I buy my missus a Rolex, I'm not going to fucking post it.
People
it kills me.
That
oh
are
my
the ones
days.
who are still insecure and they need that attention.
Yeah,
and it's like, some people think they do it to sell their businesses and people aspire to have those kind of things. Yeah. When you can have those things, they're not important. Like, I give no fucks about
I don't get
things.
social media though, because social media kills me, man. Like, I did a post on this and I said, right, like, who wants to see nice shit? It was 50-50. I'm thinking, whoa, I thought people wouldn't want to be seen.
People see it as motivation, don't they? Like, I've spoke to the kids we mentor in here and they're like, oh no, I love watching Mayweather because he's got this and he come from nothing, and I'm just like...
But does it make you happy? So let's say, right, let's look business here, yeah? The businesses do well. Do you feel successful?
I feel successful, 100%. Wow. I would say that I am successful.
Yeah.
It took me a lot to get to that point, and that's because I base success not on financials. If you look at my books right now after COVID, shit, we ain't successful.
Yeah, so how much money did you lose in COVID then? Because we had this discussion the other day.
Oh, so you got to think, Gym 1 was open and operating and was at its best before COVID. We had 12 PTs and we was turning over our record numbers then.
What's the first site? Where's that at?
Bolton
site.
We was doing 210 PT sessions per week there, which at the time was beating the highest delivering David Lloyd in the county, which was David Lloyd Bolton. Wow. I know that because I got into an argument with a bitch trying to tell me and try to poach clients, and I'm like, we're already smoking you. Really? So we was high delivering there then.
So what sort of profit was that business making ish? Are we talking like pre-COVID? Just so we can tell
numbers what Bolton could do with my system, and it maxed out, would be 200k a year profit.
200k profit, and then how much did COVID cost you? At that site ish.
Well, because I wouldn't even work it out based off what it was. Well, year 1 COVID was a 45k loss.
45 there.
So it wasn't 200 up, it was 45 down. Okay. So 9 months out of 13 it was short by law, and I had to still pay £4,400 rent.
Yeah, same.
I paid my staff 100% wages, even though I only got 70% back on furlough, because I wanted to make sure they're okay and not affected by it.
Of course.
So my outgoings were still the same, while nothing at all was coming in. If I didn't have online, we would have went bust.
And how many times did someone go, did you not get the grant?
Did you get 10 grand?
What the fuck does the grant do?
1 month's wages.
Oh my days, it killed me, honestly.
My savings went every month. I was nearly crying. I had to go on that live camera every fucking day when I just, you know how it feels to pay fucking like £9 grand out at the end of the month, and you've got the police telling me to get out, and it's like, I can not pay it and lose my gym.
Yeah, but it's everything.
What should I do? Do I just keep burying my savings? And I buried them, and then like, nobody decided to open this place, mate.
Yeah, well, it's similar.
At the start of fucking COVID, I said I was a cunt, and it was all the other gyms are moaning about the struggle, and I'm like, I got 4 years rent, I don't give a shit how long it lasts, and I'm like, because I had X amount saved up. Yeah. And then I done this and cashed it all in. I went all in. I don't have no credits. I never had a job. I can't even get a fucking phone contract, mate.
Which is very old school, because I'm like this, and a lot of like these business mentors are like, but why don't you just finance it? And I'm like, no, I've got to buy it outright. Exactly. I'm old school. I don't like even leasing fucking, you know what I mean, anything. So I'm like, no. So you've cashed everything and now you've got no money. Yeah, basically, but people...
That's business, man.
This is it. Like every single penny I make, and if I actually pay myself through a business, I just put it straight into the next business. 100%. And I'm like, why on earth? Because I'm obviously thinking about doing gym number 3 at the moment, and I had this like slap of reality, and I thought, whoa, I don't actually think I'm very happy right now. So inviting another business in, I think that'd be like my 8th, 7th business or whatever. I'm like, why am I doing this? First of all, I need to speak to...
different reason to why you're trying to do it.
This is it, because is it money? I don't think so, because let's say I'm comfortable enough, I might pay myself $300 grand a year, could pay myself whatever. Is it going to make a fucking difference? Another 50 grand, you know?
Do you know what you got to ask then? It's the same as what I ask all of my staff and everyone that I'm going to work with, business coaching, things like that.
Yeah.
What's the end goal? What's the purpose?
Well, I think I'm a pleaser by nature, and that's why I got into PT. I had a PT when I was obviously fat, like you, because we're both pigs. By the sounds a bit deep down. Yeah. Do you still sniff donuts? Wow. It's mad, isn't it? I do actually have an unprotected thyroid slightly, so I do as like an excuse, or just like chocolate raisins too much or whatever. So, in a nutshell, I don't know. I think I like to pass my knowledge on because I know how good it made me feel when I lost all that weight and I got all them compliments. So this PT, I just thought, this guy's got the best job ever. He's just dropped all this weight.
Feel good.
This is it. So like now, obviously we start talking about this. A lot of these businessmen are saying, what are you still doing PT with all these business?
It's your enjoyment.
I'm like, well, I only do like 10 sessions a week, right? But, I used to do 40 and 50, you know what I mean? Like, so...
I do 8 PT sessions a week. People laugh at it.
So this is what I mean. I do 10, you do 8. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like,
I get 200 quid an hour, 8 hours, 1,600 quid a week, you dickheads. That's what I'm doing.
Only that, and you enjoy it. I get a lot from it. I get a lot from it, man.
That's the only thing I love. I hate business. I am shit at business. I have no job enjoyment running a business and 26 staff and looking at numbers that petrify me. Yeah. I don't like that. I love that. Do you know? And I love my content. I love being relatable to people. It's different.
Yeah, of course.
But going back, your end goal, because wanting to please people isn't an end goal. You've got to think of yourself. If you're 60 years old, what do you have? Where are you? What country are you in? Who's around your table? What do you have? What's the house like? Because that's how I do it. And I know I've got my picture. I've got my life panned out and I know exactly where I want to be.
Did you do that 50 Cent book?
The which one?
The 50 Cent book. Did you do that audio book?
No.
It's incredible. He basically does like these mood boards. And he says, look, sit down with your partner, do a mood board, and then you basically need to make sure that your paths are on the same. So your perfect house, how many cars you want, how many dogs you want, whatever.
My thing is, it has a number.
Okay.
Once you know what that is, what area, whatever, it has a number on it.
Yeah, of
so
course.
what is the number?
Yeah, how much do you need?
Then, because that's the end goal, so to me, you've got to establish, is it your passion or is it a goal? Because if it's your passion, it's something you're going to do forever. But if it's just your goal, once you get there, you're done. So is it a means to an end or is it your passion? Now, would you say yours is passion, having all these businesses, or is it a means to an end? Because if it is, it still goes a bit further. If it's, you know that number, you have methods of getting to that number, and based on your current projections, you'll know when you can get there. So if you can get there, my throb thing is, what I'm thinking about is shortening this timeline. So mine's currently telling me I'm going to be like 47 till I get where I need to be, and I need to get that timeline shorter.
Yeah. So 17 years, you want to get it in 10 years, you want to get it in 5 years,
I'm 40, I'm done. 40,
right.
I'm done.
I said this to my missus and she said, there's no way you're retired at 40.
That's what she said.
She says, no way, you fucking love being busy. You love doing 50
hours.
After
having business stress and realising I nearly lost my mum, I've nearly lost my baby. My end goal is to be happy with my family and be able to provide a good quality of life to my children. They are more important than me. My job is to make them be the most successful people that they can be. So to do that, what do I need? It has a number. It isn't where I come from. I don't need these silly numbers, mate. And that's what I want.
So what do you reckon at 40? How much do you need, do you think, just to actually chill?
I don't need much. By 40, it'll be a lot more because I've still got to build the legacy I've already started. But if I could get 1.5 mil tax-free now, I'm done for life and I'll walk away.
Really? Yeah. And you think you've got enough, the rest of your life you're fine with 1.5, yeah?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's, what did I do with that one?
Yeah.
So that's what it's cost me, my company, so far now. So then when I'm having landlord issues at the minute, baby nearly went, mum nearly went. The last year has been so difficult and I've not been able to spend time with my family out of worry of losing the businesses.
Of course.
I've got 26 people's mortgages and wages on me and they're just as important as my own. So the pressure it's had me here has removed me from my most important people in my life. Is money more important than them? No, it's not. And could I live a good quality of life based on where I come from and what I feel my family needs with that number? Yeah. So that's the difference in I am not happy based off things.
So you haven't done the whole balancing act very well then, as in you just said, You haven't been able to spend time with your mum. You haven't been able to spend.
No.
So this is something I struggle with
hard because I'm on my own. Yeah. Nobody understands how I feel. Nobody has the mental capacity to help me. Nobody's been in the situation.
Yeah.
I started something 5 years ago on my own as a thick bastard kid. I didn't know what VAT was until I got my first VAT bill. I cried that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and I've just made every fucking mistake. And 5 years in, when my mates were buying Rolexes, I bought a hack squat, I bought a this, I bought a that. I continuously invested into my company to the point I've spent 1.5 mil of money that's come in. I've now got these 5 companies, all of these fucking assets, and I kind of have no clue how I got it. It's just snowballed, and now I'm like, fuck. Cost me 40 fucking grand a month to run these businesses, and every 3 months it's 44 grand a fucking month.
Has it not added stress levels though? Do you know the bigger and bigger you get?
I'm so stressed, but I didn't realise it's just gone like that. COVID's just been like that, and I'm like, I've got a plan and it's working, and that's why I've never even realised how much I earn, how much we don't earn, the numbers, because it's on a screen. I don't care. It's just a number, and then I've just done it and done it and done it, and when you sit back and look, I'm like, fuck, online's just done. I'm like, is that real?
Really?
And it's just gone that fast. Like, I qualified 6 years ago as a PT for 2 years. I saved up enough money. I saved up 34k, and then I got a 25 grand business loan off somebody, an investment for 10%. Set up.
Did that go bad, by the way? Every single time people borrow fucking money, it goes sour.
So I paid them back fast, done that. So it stood me at 54 to open. It was a shithole, and I've just built up and built up and built up and built up to where it is now.
So let's say all these PTs who want to open a gym, because the amount of PTs message me going, can you help us set up my own gym and all the rest of it? Would you say go for it?
I'd say it's got to be a different hunger. You can't open your own gym out of progression of being a PT. It's a completely different job. It's a completely different career path, and you have to have a completely different skill set to be successful at it.
What were the most you ever earned as a PT before gym? Because if you're a figures man,
do you know what? I got up to £1,000 a week, which was good for me at that time. I was always the best. Like, don't get me wrong, I was busy in every single gym, and it's more because of the chat and the business acumen. I grew up on an estate where every single kid's selling Coke and Bud, and I had to sell mine.
So you had to be good at talking.
Shit that, you know, this was at a young age. I'm dealing with fucking market competition and doing all this kind of shit.
So you did 50 odd K, didn't you? Plus, I think. So was the gym? What was that? Was that like, well, I need to get to 100 grand? For example, I think I got to like.
No, it was more stability. So for me, I built up. I was happy. When I was in Virgin Active, I was happy. I've come from the hood. So for me to be in...
Why did you do it? Do you know what I mean? Because you're
I had no
not...
choice. So every life obstacle happened to me. I got sacked. So I lied to get into Virgin Active. I told them I didn't have a criminal record. Criminal record's big. So eventually, I was head PT. I was employee of the month. I'd just done a members event and got like a fucking bonus off them. I was smacking it. 8 months in. CRB check, so I didn't take it in for so long, and then they had to do it on one day, so I called in the office to like get out.
Shit.
So I was wounded.
Virgin, come on man, what's up here? Look what you've lost.
It's a big one round here, exactly. So it was the big one round there, tennis court, outdoor swimming pool. I'm training millionaires. I enjoyed it. I was respected for the right reasons in a respectable place by respectable people. And for me, that was it. I'm done. 24k a year, like no one's ever earned that in my family. That sounds.
Was that what you were doing? Right.
So at that point, fuck me, I was working 60 hours a week there after tax. Their system is awful. I was getting 1,600 quid a month after tax, and I was the best PT that they had.
Shit.
So then I got sacked after that. I ended up doing outdoor boot camps. Then I went to Exercise for Less, rented their studio to continue my outdoor boot camp in there. Started with 12, built up to 60. I get an email from head office Exercise for Less. Due to risk to the business, you can no longer rent our studio. Turfed me out of there. 6 months in, built my own shit up. I'm now smacking it in a dog shit studio.
So you were forced basically to go do your own shit because no one would have you.
Park then with 60 people.
That's mad.
So then I found the studio, Bolton, and I thought it's just for classes.
I think this is where I saw. Do you know? I think I saw you in like a, I don't know, it was like a hotel lobby or something outside with a sign or something, doing your boot camps. And I'm thinking, this guy. And then I thought, I wonder where he's got all these business ideas from. Because what I like to do is like go around, do some research, copy and paste. Pinch everyone's shit and put it together.
That's what it is.
And then people copy me. Do you know what I mean? Because I do the homework.
That's what business is, man. People think you've got to have this, like you have originality, but then you make it better. You add your spice to it. You know, you've got to fucking take your inspiration from somewhere. So
you've basically just been self-taught and like me, I suppose, just made all your mistakes.
I'm not scared of going at something. And like this past year, my losses in terms of investments, in terms of crypto, in terms of the retreat room, in terms of fucking clothing company that I set
people
up.
Don't see this
because over 100k in the bin last year.
So 100k lost.
100k lost. That was 16 grand on the retreat room. Got told you're not allowed to do it. That was in the bin straight away. Crypto built up to 70 something grand. It was 4 last time I checked.
Wow.
I know, and I put like 30 something in, man. I wanted to die.
Don't do crypto, kids.
I'm hoping that will be back next year.
Don't sell. You haven't lost unless you sell.
Oh, exactly. I'm holding that shit for fucking ever. NFTs, like, I made a fuck ton of fucking bad decisions as well throughout that process.
You got giddy. You got bored.
Yeah. Bought my car outright. Biggest way to throw a load of fucking money away. I've done a load of dumb shit, man.
Yeah.
But it teaches us, and it takes us on to where we want to, to where we're fucking going.
So you're not a stereotypical intelligent person. I mean, I got booted out at 99% schools. Do you know what? I'm good at art and design, so I think I got like A star at GCSE at art and design. The rest were like C's across the board. So I'm not clever. I just think I can work harder than anyone else. That's it. So graft. 100%. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to go around successful people, and I just wanted to go, right, how many hours do you do? Are you like an unhealthy health person like I am? Are you going to die early if you keep going the way you do?
Me.
Well, just a 9 to 5.
At the weekend.
Oh man, a 9 to 5 for me, man, would be like fucking holiday camp because I've got to get up at 4 in the morning, work till 11.
That you got to do
every day.
Just the pressure, I think. I think the constant worry. People have a 9 to 5 get to switch off.
Okay.
I have not switched off for 7 years. Really? I have not had a solid night's sleep and woke up without the fear in my stomach of something gone wrong. That is solely my responsibility.
What's the worst thing that's ever gone wrong, by the way? Apart from this 100 grand you've lost, what is the worst thing that's gone wrong in business? Let's just say everyone's wanted to do their own business. What's happened? Have you had someone sue you? What have you had?
Oh, I've had it all. Yeah.
What's the number one that you'd be like, motherfuckers, that was shit? Me, for example, I obviously got my fucking gym burnt now 6 months ago.
I can't believe that.
And do you know what? Someone, obviously...
You know what? A lot of people... people do that to their own gym. Was that not you getting some insurance money back? Oh my fucking God, could you imagine if I did that? Especially when I cleaned the shit myself. Do you know the amount of people that fucking said that? And I'm like, are you fucking serious? That's the first thing you think.
Oh my God.
Someone mentioned me. I'm like, me? I said, he's fucking doing insurance job, the cheeky bastards.
Straight away, honestly, right? Someone said that. And I've got a business partner at that one. And I said, this fucking want you, Warwick. And he was so offended. And I'm like, but someone's saying, like, so people do this shit as an insurance job. And I'm like, why the hell would I want to do all this shit again? And I lost a lot of fucking money because my insurance wasn't actually live. That's another bad mistake. It was going 2 days. It was going 2 days like after it got done. The gym was open. It was going live, the public liability. So I had a bit of content.
So you wasn't going to do it.
I was fucking hell, man. Honestly, so I lost a lot of money. But hey, and then I thought, do you know what, right? I've had that much shit go wrong in my life. I'm like, my wife and my little girl haven't been fucking hurt. Fuck it, I'll just crack on again. I actually felt bad for the trainers. It's because I had 6 trainers starting. None of them could now work. So I said, right, we need to crack on with upstairs, give them free rent, let them go to work. I felt so bad, genuinely so bad.
That was me at COVID. Got to give all the PTs, all the kit. You're responsible for people's wages.
Of course you are, and this is the sort of like
people don't get as well. Like, fuck me.
So go on. I had this fire, and now I've got no fucking lungs. So what have you? What's the other one for you?
Do you know what? I've had a couple. I've fucked my own shit up a couple of times.
Okay.
Couple of bad videos, man. I reckon.
Oh right, okay,
I made some videos that went viral for the wrong reason. So one, I made a video on periods, women's menstrual cycle.
Of course,
Did you guys see that? No, thank fuck for that.
Okay,
right, anyway, it's a 12-minute video. There was no malice behind the video. It was just me being banterful, explaining why girls need to shut the fuck up, crying every single month when they come on their fucking period.
Okay.
And then, I've gained weight, I've got fat, I've got this. And then they made a couple of insensitive comments like, this happens every month. Yeah. You should know this by now. Okay. So everybody who has endo or PCOS was like, it doesn't happen every month, and I'm poorly and you're so insensitive. But what happened was, someone I had beef with previously decided to crop the video.
Oh shit.
So they took a 12-minute video and made a 30-second clip of 4 little bits like that. And it went,
worst.
Periods, disgusting, fucking vile. That was it.
That's the worst.
She put it on Twitter and it went
nuts.
In.
Like
so
millions.
Oh wow, yeah. I had celebrities, blue ticks everywhere. He's finished, boycott real life, guy hates women, misogyny.
How long ago was this?
Mid-lockdown, I reckon.
Oh shit! I had lockdown drama as well that ended up in newspapers.
So
yeah. So go on then, another one. So that's that. So did you lose members? Did you lose like a?
No.
Well,
no.
fuck them.
People who know me, and it's never affected anything. And my following went up, so a lot of people unfollowed, and then people seen it, and like I left the full video. Make your own judgment of it. Like some people don't like the way they live a shit. So what? It's not for Karens. No Karens allowed.
Transparency is the key, and I just hate it that we can't be ourselves in this.
People are just looking to shoot you down.
Oh man,
that's what it is. So anything like I now have to like. When I was working with Holly, she would have to watch every video that I would post to make sure. Is this Holly? Geordie Shaw Holly? Yeah, right. To make sure that I wouldn't say anything that could hinder her and her other collabs and stuff like that, because people are just looking to shoot you down for dumb shit.
Is she nice, by the way? Because she seems like a really nice girl. Is she nice?
She's the nicest person you'll meet. Man, genuine, different.
I'd love to interview someone like that because I'd like to know. I know Danny Williams, Love Island. He comes to gym a bit. He's a nice guy, and I just think being on TV, obviously I've done the whole take me out and some like cringeworthy TV shit because I'm just like, oh, fucking YOLO, why not? But I didn't get the massive pressure that these lot get with like millions of followers and stuff. And I'd quite like to know what that sort of feels like. Do you know what I mean?
I can't even go out in fucking Manchester these days. Like, really? I can't believe what they've got. Honestly, people think Instagram is fame. Like, and my following, when I go on, like, I've targeted my following to be what it needs to be. So it's 90% female, it's 80% Manchester. 130,000 people, 80% Manchester.
Wow.
Honestly, I can't, and it's where I go because I've attracted people that are like me. If I go to the rave, every fucking person in the rave knows who I am. Like Moss High Carnival last week, everybody comes over to me. I'm in Selfridges, I'm in a food place.
It's nice that you've actually gone to a carnival and had a fucking life, though. That's quite nice.
Well, it's the first day that me and Teach actually were out in like 10 weeks.
So I like the balance.
I've been to hotels and the girl checking us in knows us. We're in fucking London. Like, honestly, it's insane. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Do you feel like people know you? Because you are very transparent like me, you know. I've said I've had to kind of chill it out a little bit because the amount of people that just want to dislike me, you're just raw, straight to the, so they get the real picture and they instantly think they know you almost then,
Oh wow, 100%, which is good. Which is
nice.
Weird though as well. It's also not good because I am not your typical professional. So if I'm out, I might be smoking a spliff walking my dog, which looks like it's about to rip someone's face off. And then I have Janice run over like, "Hi Tyler," and I'm just like, "Oh fucking hell!" Like,
yes, you can't be yourself. Can't be yourself because there's that many eyes on you.
Well, luckily I can. But I'm paranoid about being myself. So because I have portrayed who I am 100% authentically, I don't need to say that I don't get high. I don't need to say I don't take drugs. To do whatever the fuck I want to do. I know my shit and I care about my people. So what I do personally is
how you chill, by the way? Bit of weed.
Oh wow, fucking hell! I've had a split every day of my life for like since I was 12. People would be dead. Like honestly, people would have died. So
really, drugs is a coping mechanism a bit then.
Well, you got to think of it. Weed's now legal in 50% of the world as well. Is it really a drug anymore?
I say drugs.
I say,
but do you do other stuff like I take the occasional diazepam to chill and stuff, and doctors are giving me fucking beta blockers and zopiclones. I'm like a fucking walking.
When I have my tats, I'll get fucking morphine out my head. If I go out, I take drugs recreationally.
Yeah, I had a bar, so I know what you're saying.
You know, it's just like
drug safe.
What people do is they don't want to tell the fucking truth, and to me, it's real life. Like even the people at the top, people are finding bags of coke in fucking Parliament. Like you being, but everyone's scared, and I used to have these conversations with other people as well about their businesses and their risk, and I'm like, I will be authentically myself. I'm not representing no one. I don't need to pretend that no one gets on it and no one does this shit. Our doors are going to get kicked down
now when this goes on. We're not druggies, we're just saying it's real world, isn't it?
Exactly, and people just get scared of it. Like, if you want to judge me based on that and say you're a bad example, so be it. Do you know what I mean? A bad fucking example.
But at the end of the day though, right, you've come from nothing. You're not the most intelligent person like me. You didn't get did you get A levels?
I got nicked in school, arrested, took out of it, and never went back.
So you didn't even do school. You didn't even do school.
I got arrested in school.
There you go.
That kid,
that's it. So you know what I mean? Like I don't even know if I got some A levels. Did I get A levels? I just used it because I was at boarding school. I came back to some sort of normality. Went to a place called Huddersfield New College. I just partied. I just partied because I felt like I hadn't lived my life. So I didn't use it to get anything. But then that's when I started losing the weight, got PT and stuff, and I went, sack this. The amount of people I'd heard that had been to uni, wasted all the time, then had to go do a PT course. If I want to do PT, I'm just going to go do this intense course and crack on. Do you know what I mean?
I've got people under me who have a master's. I've been to uni. We've got 3 masters. I've got about 5 degrees. I ain't got shit, but I now pay those people their wages. And I've always said, like, school, college, uni, amazing if you want to do it and you need that for your progression. But in my mind, if you want to be your own boss, you don't need to do that because that system is meant to keep you beneath the people who are the narcissistic lying cunts at the top, like us. Because the people in power set something up to always be in power. They're not going to give you the opportunity. Like a lecturer in uni who hasn't owned a business, keep teaching you business. What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? You muppet. You sat down 26k a year trying to tell me how the fuck I'm going to do my shit. It's not fathomable to me, that stuff. So I think there's a purpose for it, and fair play to anybody who does. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to experience it myself.
You've just been partying, man.
I'm fucking sad about
just got
that.
Loads of debt.
I had fucking, to me that's normality. And that's when I think about my end goal as well. What I want is normality. I've never had a normal life. I've never had a home where I can stay. I've never had a family.
But at 40 you're retiring, so you've got 40 years of enjoying it, you know what I mean?
That's exactly it.
Do you know what? I'm going to come hunt you down. Obviously, we're going to...
See, is he done?
Yeah, I'm
Mate, I could be done at 36 if I get my... I've got everything I have. I have 4 different timelines, and if this happens, I'm there, and every single move I do is strategically planned, and I know the age of everything.
But where are you getting all this from, man? Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. So surely... So you've just made it up?
Yeah, well, I base it off projections, what my capabilities are, what I've done in the past, and how I proceed it going forward.
Are these business mentors, though?
No,
do you know what I mean?
Is me.
Right,
so
you've just gone, right,
every business mentor I've had, I've blown their fucking minds. Everyone now, I've got a couple of business mentor clients now. To me, it's the end goal. And let's work out a strategic method to get to your end goal. Is your job, your career, a means to an end? Is it your method of getting here, or is it your passion? Because they're two different things. And if it's your method, let's find a way to speed the timeline up. If it's your passion, fucking enjoy it.
Yeah,
but if it's that method, it has an end number, as I was saying. Once you've worked that number out, everything I do, I split it into each company, each plan, each projection of profit, each thing what I can do to add to it, and I work out how long is it going to take me to get to my fucking number. And then I look at speeding that up. Life happens, it goes further away.
Delays
Every single week I will sit down and completely reevaluate my whole life, so I have my number, my end goal, my age when I'm there, at all times.
When do you do that, man? Do you do it on a Sunday? Do you do it on a Monday?
Probably every day.
Oh, really? Wow.
Are
you Mr. Organised, by the way, or not?
No, I'm Mr. Chaotic. So I've got 10 different notepads. I've got 5 different companies. That's the one thing. I'm looking for a business mentor now, because I'm at a point where I'm going to take the brands global. I know what I want to do with real life. The end goal for real life, regardless of my end goal, is going to be, real life will be a stamp of quality for PT across the globe. So we're going to have our own qualifications, which are done now and being sent off to be accredited. So soon people will come here and do my 12-week PT qualification, which will get them the real life stamp to show that they have been accredited by us.
And that's going to be level 3 PT then,
right?
Okay,
PT,
so
business
people who want a PT, fucking, you know what I mean?
Ready for January, guys?
Yeah, that's it.
So then we've set up the Real Life Academy. So with Dale here now as a PE teacher for 7 years, he's recreated a 12-week school education program. We want to rewrite the national curriculum for schools in the UK, and we want our online training platform rolled out by the government nationally for free in replace of the NHS Better Health app. Really? So everything I do in terms of my community, the NHS, the free classes, what I do for every fucking thing is leading towards building this picture of this person who can rewrite the curriculum for the schools to make sure that kids don't end up going through what I went through, what you went through. Get taught how to fucking count money, but don't get taught how to not be a fat piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, let's teach the kids what they need. Let's actually help the fucking NHS's, the fucking economy.
Please teach them how to graft. Because kids nowadays, my God, man, one thing that just kills me about just general people nowadays, I think, us 30-year-olds and above and all the rest of it, kind of, there's some of us that enjoy a bit of work and all the rest of it. My God, the amount of people, like young 18-year-olds, there's no jobs. Fuck me, man. If I lost everything tomorrow, right, I'd be in Costa doing a shift, then I'd be going cleaning toilets at McDonald's. I am better than nobody. Everybody's too good.
I do this, right? Obviously, my staff's wage is my responsibility. So we've just rebuilt fucking Bolton again. I'll have a skip outside that's being full. I'll be like, 200 quid, who wants to do it? PT sent me too good to fill a skip. Guys, I done hunks in trunks. I was selling myself for 60 quid an hour to build up to my gym. And that's because I worked out my numbers and I'm like, shit, so if I do 4 of them a week, I save 4 months.
Will you still clean the toilets?
Yeah.
I still clean the toilets all the time. All the time.
That shit to me is weird.
It's just bizarre.
Every single person gets treated the same from me, which has also been a flaw in the business because people then overstep boundaries all the time.
Yeah, we're too nice.
People think that I'm this big angry person. I'm too nice. I care about people and I don't care about money enough. So a lot of times
you'll take the hit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I've done that fucking million times to people and they don't appreciate it, they don't understand it. You know, people, it's
that's
different.
That's one of your weaknesses. Like me, you're too nice.
100%.
Too nice, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. Whereas people don't think that. They'll go, what a piece of shit driving around in this and fucking earning this. We don't pay ourselves and all we do is fucking graft. You don't want this life.
You got to think, right, as well, since I had $500,000 in my fucking account before I opened this gym. Every fucking penny's gone into building this gym. And since then, I've not seen no profit from that. So my entire savings has gone. Year 1 was an 11k loss. Now, my projections wasn't that. We should have broke even year 1 and we should have been into profit. Now, COVID went on longer than I thought it did. My first 3 months didn't get to open. Shit happened. So it didn't end up as it was. So going from a position of being extremely free and being financially successful,
having that comfort barrier,
of course, to not. So you got to think, I haven't cut my kids' classes. I have still donated to charities every single week. I have still given my memberships out. I've still done all of the things for the community that we do, regardless of the expense of it to me. Now, that's because this shit means something different to me than just money. And that's what people don't understand. That's what I'm saying to you about the success. To me, have I helped hundreds of people every single night in here? This family is here telling me how amazing it is that they can come and be happy because of what I've put in place for them. So that is success in terms of my business. But how that makes you feel to do that people can't comprehend. And that's what, like, they want instant results, they want instant success, and that's what they don't get. I've got to put in now, my projection showing here, it will be mid, not next year, the year after, before I'm going to hit my target, which will be $500,000 a year gross fucking profit when I do it, step by fucking step, based off my recalculations.
Yeah. Is that for both businesses or each gym? So just this
one.
500.
Bolton will do 200. I'm going to open Withenshaw, that'll be 300. So the goal is 3 physical facilities that'll do $1 million a year gross profit. So based off minimal numbers, I will need a fraction of the percentage of any other gym based off the structure that I've set up.
So you are going to do a gym number 3?
Yeah, Withenshaw's happening. Yeah,
really?
100%. Yeah.
Do you delegate some of your shit though? Have you got like a manager that you're dumping both sides?
I've got online manager, gym manager at each branch.
Okay.
I've got.
And do they trust these people, by the way? As in,
100%,
would they literally die for
I don't even have my PIN numbers and shit. So
brilliant.
I can't get in my fucking account and do whatever. So they do everything.
So do you trust people with money?
Yeah.
Right. Have you been stung with money before?
Not legitimately.
Oh, really?
But one of my friends robbed me for 20 grand back in the day, which is a big fucking
Pre-gym?
Pre-gym.
Okay, right, okay. Not
pre-gym
during
shit.
During day, you hadn't had it.
Piece of shit. I wish you fucking didn't, no. But do you know what? I've been bitten by PTs who have helped. They've took fucking like...
Yeah, so you've trained them up and they've just fucked off.
Put money in the pocket, forgot to put it in the till. Petty little scruffy bastard shit.
Nothing major.
Yeah, no, nothing major like that. I've had a couple blows where I hired a social media manager. She spent $6 grand on a marketing campaign. It got 0 in return. She didn't last more than 30 days.
Of course.
Biggest expense ever. 6 grand plus her wages for a fucking month. 7 grand in the bill in a month.
Wow.
Why again? Although I've never done commercial level advertising since, because I said I'll smoke you on socials.
Yeah.
I smoked her. Right. So nothing financially. Other than my own decisions, continuous reinvestment all the time when it's not needed. No gym has a team of nutritionists that are there for all the members at all time.
Yeah, of course, because I just make sure I get the best PTs that know that shit. Does that make
don't.
sense? Well, the ones I hunt down do.
Oh no, they don't, mate. Let's not start breaking down your PTs right now.
But like literally though, like I literally I put my ear to the ground. Hunt the people with the wait list. You've got it, man. But usually they have their own fucking gym.
You've got to think. No, they do. The ones who are really, really good will only want a rent basis, which is what I can't offer.
Yeah.
So it's a different format of what I'm actually looking for, for the PTs when I'm hunting them. That's why I educate them. That's why I give them absolutely everything, because it's a different outcome what I want.
And if one of them opened a gym just down the road, how would you feel?
Oh, mind.
Good. Mate. I see. This is why I'm like this. I like to support.
No one can test what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's the level of confidence and arrogance in there as well. That's the first thing. Nobody can test what I'm doing. Nothing is better, and I genuinely put my service against anybody's. If you think about your gym, you have a gym where you allow members in.
Yeah.
They are not under anybody's control or care for their journey.
Absolutely.
Every single person here, I am directly responsible for their care. They get a weight tracker, they get recipe books, they get a coach, they get access to me, they get given everything they need to be successful. This makes me completely different to you.
Absolutely.
The PTs that I hire are the best qualified for their specific domain, whether it be sports, whether it be boxing, whether it be whatever. Yeah. None of them have a master's in nutrition. Yeah. So I've got a master's separate, right. So you get the best coach, you get the best nutrition, you get the best access in the best facility. Is that as a package.
Nightmare like working together though? Because do the PTs just focus on the exercise, the nutrition?
That's right. So they've got WhatsApp. So if asking on PT, well, it's all done on the website. Every member gets an online account. Websites cost us over 30k to build that up from scratch to give the functionality what we have. They've got videos of every single machine in the gym, so they come in, they don't know what to use, there it is. They've got workouts on there, they've got home workouts. They've been given everything they need to be successful. Yeah. So do the PTs. PTs don't want to go home and do nutrition plans. And if you genuinely want the best for your members, is a PT that's level 3 qualified in PT the best person for their nutrition? Hey, fuck.
It is hard finding decent trainers,
I burn through them. I've sacked 6 in the past 3 months. And for me, it's quality of service. It's how did I get here? By not being late, by giving a fuck, by checking in, by making sure the 1% are done to the absolute fucking best. And people coming in want to be sloppy with my people.
Tell me, right, I'm a PT, I'm 18, I'm coming in here. What's something that's really going to fuck you off? What am I going to do on that floor that's going to go, get out my gym now? One thing for me is PTs go to the toilet mid-session. I look at that and I think, oh my God, how are you?
That's
someone's
a free
paying
session.
you.
That's a free session, you cheeky cunt. They get their money back. How dare you? Like, if you can't
it'd be like a surgeon doing a boob job and fucking going out.
Imagine.
But I mean, if you contest prep or something,
I tell everyone, it's my mum. said, that's my mum. You're going to leave her on a gym floor scared on her own. Yeah. You run for a fucking piss. Yeah. I've seen people do it and walk back. They're not even running. Oh, and if you can't hold your fucking, can't plan your diary around your bladder, you're a wanker.
But that's just because I'm super professional. I like to look professional. I just think that's quite disrespectful. If I was paying for a PT session and you fucked off.
I work it out per minute. Let's say 30 quid.
Yeah.
Cheap as fuck. That's 50p a minute.
Absolutely.
I just pay £2 for you to go and have a piss.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good way of looking at it.
So that's what I tell my PTs. You get paid for a fucking hour. You get paid good for that fucking hour. Because here, my guys don't have to go home and do homework. Yeah. They're getting paid it for the hour, so do the hour. Because no one else gets that fucking money for 1 hour. Yeah. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You know.
So hold it in. So what's another thing?
I have a lot of them. So it's 1 minute late or warm yourself up. All right. No, I'm paying for 1 hour and to be professionally coached for my fucking goal. So they should have a warm up designed for them. Yeah. Just the basics.
Not checking in on people.
Yeah. Going above and beyond. Community. Why we've built this and why we've been successful, or why I have been successful, is because I give a fuck about people. And being a PT is not just a gym; it's taking you from point A to point B, which means every aspect of your life. Do you know what you're doing out of the gym? Do you know what you're doing at the weekend? Where are you going at the weekend? Do you need help? So I've made sure that I've done that and built this brand up on quality of service. People don't come to real life for an individual PT. I don't advertise them individually. They come for PT at real life. So they're all the fucking same, and I allocate you the best person based on your requirements. Right. They don't come for you, so don't fuck with my people and my reputation. Makes sense. Yes. And if one person's delivering 10-10, checking in with them each night, sending them messages, homework reports, etc., and the other person's just taking selfies and being a wanker, they ain't gonna last in here. And that separates the real PTs from the wankers. And that's why I've had to burn people out the door, because so many people get into it for the reasons I did and haven't fell in love with it and understood. People come here for help. They need us and they're trusting us and they're paying us their money to make them feel better. Like if you do something that's going to make that person feel worse in my building, get the fuck out. Honestly.
Too right.
I can get heated with that shit.
I'm with you, man. So the plan is 3 gyms, and like me, for example, I worked it out. Let's say like I did 10 gyms and I'd be pulling in £1 million or whatever, right? I just thought, well, I'll just copy and paste a shitload of gyms. But then for me, I'm so personal about them all. I'm thinking, I'm already spread so fucking thin. I've only got one badass manager that I love dearly. I'd kill her as well if I did that. So like, you know, I like it that you're all going down the... Oh, man. Finding people...
Well, that's why I've had so many people what a franchise. I've had countless offers for franchise. I get countless offers for investment all the time. Yeah. My shit cannot be replicated.
Absolutely.
So that's why it'll be Manchester, and I'll do 2 days at each branch. And I'll oversee them all as regional manager, and it'll be upheld to my standard. I would rather not make 10s millions of pounds by going global and letting it be diluted.
Do you think you'll do 10 gyms? Let's say if you're just going to do them all, 3 is going to be your max,
3 will be the maximum, and then it's online only. And if you want to be part of what we have, we're just redoing our online platform to mimic what we actually offer in the gym. The platform's got to be built right, so when I go to the government to pitch this shit, that they can get it on my iPad and see the quality that it will deliver on people's house, on their TV screen for the whole of the fucking UK, to make sure that every single person has what they need.
Do you think you'll tone it down a bit?
No,
because people don't take us the right way.
You've got to think. I now have, like, Eric has never swore in his life. He's got a degree. He's not, like, he trains fucking pensioners and people who are dying of fucking injury and illness. I've got Dale, who's a school teacher. I've got Sophie, who's the most innocent person in the world. So we have a team of everything. The Real Life Academy is Dale and Soph. I'm not even on that shit.
I'm going to say you're going to take yourself out of the equation, because I
am the passion, and I will stand up and talk to everybody about, because for me it's aimed at people who are like me. Don't send it to David Lloyd and don't send it to Cheadle. Send it to fucking Longside. Send it to the people that will listen to me, because they won't listen to somebody maybe like you that
do these people have money?
They don't need it for what I want. So what I want to do is actually make a change to our NHS statistics, to our
this
economy.
This is why it makes you feel successful.
100%.
I need to do no nice shit. This is kind of me being nice, because I do a lot of charity work. Honestly, I must 20-30 grand's worth of charity every fucking year easily. And I thought, right, do I just give some more money to charity? Because I know a lot of very wealthy people just go, oh, well, I'll just give this amount of million to charity every year, it makes me feel good. You're doing good. I thought, do you know what, if I just spend a shitload of money on podcasts, I'm so lucky to speak to people like you, giving me your time for free. I'm like, this could genuinely help a lot of people. And I actually enjoy learning myself, because I think it's 100%. I didn't know half of this.
I've got things that you could teach me though as well. You've got to think, if I've never commercial level marketed, you said to me, like, I've got a memberships guy, I'm like, what the fuck's one of them?
Yeah, that's
memberships guy.
Yeah, well, every now and again I do.
Instagram.
This is it.
You know, and then so I do social media business coaching, which I've looked at yours and I'm like, I would redo that whole shit. And if I put my formula on that, I see it being far more successful in terms of socials interaction.
So we'll do a gym number 4 and we'll half it, all right? And we'll just go turbo mode.
Let's just go with Shaw then. You get gym number 3 for you. We'll go in there, we'll have a chat and fucking bang with
That'd be a blend, that, wouldn't it? But yeah. I mean, this new one of mine's just done 860 something members as of this morning. It's 6 months. 6 months on Saturday. We're having a party Saturday.
How the fuck have you done that?
Crazy. Yeah, and we got burnt down.
And you've not even got any socials going on.
I know, crazy.
That's what blows my mind, because this is how I'm seeing these other gyms that don't have socials and I don't see them.
Yeah.
They're busy.
Well,
I'm like, how the fuck do you get a client if you're not on fucking social media?
Well, like you though, because when I first came here, I couldn't even find it, and I'm like, how the fuck has this guy done this? It's like literally like a hidden brothel, and then I got turned away, and I'm a gym owner. Do you know what I mean? This like girl at the door literally turned me away. Like, it must have been about 4 months, or maybe even 6 months ago, because I was doing a bit of marketing research. Oh yeah, well no, I mean, she'll have just thought I were a nobody. I was just like, oh, can I have a look round? Is Tyler here? She's like, you can't come in. I'm like, oh, all right, can I not even look around? No, appointments only. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. But anyway, I loved it because I was actually having to ring a member to actually look round. And I'm like, how has it created this exclusivity? Because people know that I'm just mad and I reinvest so much money. Do you know, you said you hadn't bought anything else? I've been open 6 months and I've literally spent another 30 grand on top because I just keep buying shit.
Since we've opened in 18 months, like the floor was 33 that I've just put out for.
Yeah, so you start. Yeah.
So it just cost me 400. There was nothing actually needed, as of yet. But it's still gone into other shit. Like it's a bug. It's an illness. And it's because to me, it's worthless sat in the bank. I know what I can do with that.
I'm gonna pay
that shit up. Like,
this is it. So
and it's more the enjoyment of that as well, though, because it's
seeing
like
it grow.
That's it. It's more the process of being able to make something happen. I've now done it on my other companies. Done it with Anna's clothing brand and watched her just bang. And she was a teacher earning fuck all. And I said to her, the first order, I'm like, if it takes you 12 months to sell all of that, you will still make profit better off what you was doing as a teacher, and you're happy and you're doing what you want to do. She done like 4 times that. Wow. And it's like just using the blueprint, the PTs that I've helped watch people go from 2k followers to 10k followers just using the blueprint.
Yeah.
And I try and explain to everyone, my main method has always been like, I'm big on marketing, I'm big on social media marketing. Yeah. So I tell the team, we'll break down, because how I get people invested in social media and the power of it, because a lot of people are still, TikTok, Instagram, and business owners being fucking idiots about wanting to free market the business. So I'll list off to them every method of marketing that would be relatable to our business, to yours. What is it all? Leaflets, flyers, radio, billboards, TVs. How much reach did they get? How much did they cost you? Who are they going to be relatable to? Which one's your target audience? Do you understand who you aim at? Which mine is 18 to 44-year-old women who want to lose weight and tone up. And that's why everything I do is directed at that. That's why my audience is 90% women that hit that, because I've aimed it at them specifically. So if I tell people all of that and we go, all right, so off all the list, which one's the best? Social media. What platforms? Oh, Instagram for this age, Facebook for this age, YouTube for this age. All right, and you can get more reach, and it costs you fuck all.
What happens if you get banned tomorrow? A lot of people are saying, audiobooks and audio podcasts are only going to be doing. Do you know, as in, like, a lot of people are saying, not you banned, as in, let's say Instagram. Let's say
disappeared tomorrow.
Yeah, literally. Just imagine if everybody started killing themselves because everyone feels like shit because they're looking at Instagram models, and they just go, right, no more Instagram, only audio.
Luckily, I've had this question many times.
Yeah.
I got a gym. So I was absolutely. Instagram.
Yeah, of course, no, which is
so
great.
That's what's lucky about it.
So if they're all cooking on gas.
I think I was busy before Instagram.
Yeah.
So when I opened Bolton, I got my first influencer person in, and she asked me for will I do PT in exchange for discount? I said no. I'm like, I am full. Instagram doesn't pay me. She paid me in full. Week later, following me, bump up to 10k from 2. I had a waiting list. People like, are you training her? Are you training her?
See, I
was like, whoa, take your money back. Postmate again.
Yes.
And realised it. But before Instagram, I was successful because I do my job. So in our job in a gym, all we need is the face-to-face module, what I already have.
It's crazy marketing though, isn't it? I went on Take Me Out, right, and I was at Saddleworth Pool Leisure Centre at the time, and I was already packed. I was already doing 40 sessions. I came in after I'd come back from the Isle of Fernando's, and it was aired and all the rest of it, right? And anyway, this reception staff, she just said, oh, there's a list for you. And I was like, list of what? And like, all people that want to use you. It's crazy. I'm like,
more
TV.
People see you, more people want to buy your products if it's good. Yeah. And that's what I teach the team about the reach on social media. Don't worry about what people are going to think about you. Think of it as a business and a means to free advertising. If you get, like, we just started TikTok 4 weeks ago, we're on 17,000 followers already. Wow. Just like that, following the fucking blueprint.
Why didn't you start straight away? Do you think, fucking hell, not another platform?
I didn't understand the platform.
Get you.
So whereas now, I've had to delve into it a lot more and just focusing on a bigger marketing plan. Instagram took a hit, noticed numbers changed because of that, started looking into other means.
Is that because of the algorithm, sorry?
Yeah, so right. I reckon I have on Instagram nailed to a fucking T. Instagram masterclass coming soon for business.
Even now,
well.
Yeah. So you've now that the algorithm's changed.
If I show you my page now, it says your page is about to get shut down. I get complaints every single day.
Right.
So watch this now, and you can check your page. If I come on here, and I'll go to my settings, and I go to account, and I go to account. Where is it? Account status there. You could lose access to your account, and I've got all these complaints on there. So what happens? Check this though. The algorithm. I'll write something. Yeah. So this was one, and what did it say? Sent mine about a deposit. I'm like, hope you're ready. I'm scared. Sounds about right, and you should be. I'm gonna kill us all.
Oh
threats to kill.
God.
And I appealed it, and they're like, no, threats to kill. So my views. I remember the day they went from 50k to 5. Now I've been struggling to get them, so what I've got to do, I'll let you into a little trick here, but I'm keeping a lot of my Instagram shit in because I've got it coming on a paid course.
Yeah, I get you.
We can chat at the end as well, I'll tell you a couple of things. But what Instagram wants you to do is, one sec.
Be a pussy.
Well, it wants likes and taps. It's an app that's been created to keep people engaged into it. So if you make a piece of content, someone doesn't press and hold and read, flame, emoji, like, watch it. It has a timer on every single piece of content and a feed to see what did you do with it. Did you react with it? Did your audience, did a lot of people enjoy it? If nobody presses a button on it, Instagram sees it as shit. I'm not going to show anyone
pushes
that.
It. Oh,
pushes
wow,
it to the
right,
back.
okay.
So you'll notice now on my stories, some days I'll talk about a controversial topic. I'll post something completely
I saw Andrew Tate. Oh,
rate or hate. How many presses it gets? Blah, blah, blah. Every fucker's going to press it. Instagram goes, oh, this is getting loads of taps. This is really good. So you go up to 50k. What comes after that? PT development plan. Boom. Incomes for sales.
Right.
Because you've got to control your algorithm. If that's my shop floor, I'm not going to fucking throw something out when the shop's empty. I'm going to do something to create it, to get the views and interaction.
So a bit of free advice for people out there. Give them some clickbait, then throw the sale in there.
You can do. It kind of sounds, but I think forget the sale out of it and think about more creating and engaging content that people are going to interact with. Because if you understand the app and think about it wants people to stay on it, create something that will get a tap. Okay. You can even say it, hit the like, do this.
Yeah.
People are now using polls in Reels, and you'll think and you'll see these ways you can get someone, even if you write something dead small, press and hold to read. If someone press and holds and everyone does that,
it's engagement.
Yeah, right, so you've got to make someone press something.
Okay.
So how do you do that? That's what you've got to think.
Talking about Andrew Tate, did you like him or not?
I liked his business views.
Yes.
I've got fucking
as
3
in the
daughters,
work drive. Yeah.
Work drive. A lot of the things that he says, fully agreed with. But
the woman thing. It was the woman thing. I think. I love the whole. I listened to a like this CEO cast or something, and they were like, someone offers you $5,000 to dig an hole, give me the fucking shovel. And I'm like, I rate that because 100%. Too many businessmen think they're too good for shit.
Exactly.
I hate that.
No,
whereas the woman thing, like 6 women on, and I'm just like, no, this is going to be, this is.
See, I have my own views in terms of that. And like, I remember one of my friends coming chatting shit, and he's like, oh, no, it's all right to cheat if you're the alpha and if you're the this and you're the that. And I'm just like, that dumb, old, weird mindset.
Yeah.
And like, I'm very male chauvinistic in the way that I am. I'm old-fashioned,
okay,
but I'm also fair and understanding in a sense, and I'm just openly honest about shit.
I think you're very mature because of the shit you've been through.
Yeah,
because you're just a decent
that
fucking
level
guy.
of understanding for people. So for me, I have been in relationships that have been open relationships. I've been in relationships where we'd go to a swingers place. I've done open kind of shit sexually.
Good fun, would you suggest it?
Oh,
I'll try and talk
that's what you're about, Anna's the fucking polar opposite of any of that shit, so she's
protective.
Just, she's pure innocence, like she's not like that. So I understand both aspects of it, and I think having a conversation about it, because to me, if what his thing was, what, could you let your missus be fucked off someone else? I'm like, if she really, really wanted to, and it wasn't, I want to fuck
Ben. You have to close your eyes.
Nah, if I can see my missus loving her life, that's what she wants, I'm going to give her that shit. It's my job to give her whatever the fuck she wants. You know what? I've been in situations and relationships where I've got CB thoughts to me, I'm a fucking wrong one, right? Yeah. So I've had them things suppressed in me, and they've made me ill. They've made me do things that I regret. Our sexual desires control us, and a lot of people will not talk about them openly.
Yeah.
So would I, after experiencing what I am experienced, I am now fully satisfied. I don't have these thoughts and feelings.
You've got it out your system.
But if my girlfriend said to me, I just have dreams of having a threesome, and like I just have always wanted, and she's highly sexual, and that's what she wants.
Send me a picture of the birds.
Do you know what? If it's I want a threesome with him, that's different.
Okay.
If it's the thing, the feeling, doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah,
I'm game for that. But if it's about someone else, to me, that's what's different.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Yeah,
I am old school in the sense of I'd give my woman whatever she wanted.
Okay,
that's my duty to do that, and I would, as long as she was loving it. I'd fucking enjoy that shit.
Yeah,
because
you can't be the same guy twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it,
it's
man,
not about that. You know, it's about the thing.
So Andrew Tate had a purpose, and he just didn't agree with the whole women side.
That's it. Yeah, I think be fair about it. Have your views, but don't be that weird controlling alpha of you can't like that whole. My mum was my everything. I have 3 daughters. I have respect for women.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, my whole business is built on women.
Mate,
and it's just
literally my gyms.
And fairness is what I do with everything.
Well, my gyms. Having said that though, one topic that me and my missus were speaking about the other day, I feel like some women have dug their own holes and they can't be mums anymore because everyone's expected to be super successful businesswomen. Even though the old school mentality, the guy went, did all the work, and the ladies, they can't do that. And I think women are just so good at being fucking mums. Guys, like obviously I've just had a little boy last Tuesday, and I feel like she's so better at it than me, but then all these mums are being dragged straight back to work because of these.
Now they feel like they've got to though.
Oh yeah,
you know,
and I just think that,
Like for me, I said to Anna, quit school, don't need to go to work. I'm happy for you to be stay-at-home wife. You never need to worry about a fucking thing again.
Be the best mum ever.
Just clean the house, fuck me, feed me. Good agreement. Like that's gonna help me be successful.
Too right, support.
That's gonna help her.
Yeah.
Do I want her to not have a job? No. I set up a business for her because that's what she wanted to do. Would I support her being independent? Her business is 100% hers. I didn't take shares of it, even though I paid for it. It's hers to make sure that she could do what she enjoyed because I would always want her to have everything that she wanted. Of course. I still want her at home. I don't want you to go to work and I've got to come home and whatever.
She wanted to do that.
Yeah, so I'm about that, you know, and it's just that mutual agreement together. So it's not, I have my ways, I have what I would like, but it doesn't mean that I'm dominant in that.
Get you.
You've got to be fair to people.
No, I get you. Shit, how long have we been talking, by the way?
I'm fucking sweating like fuck.
I was going to say, that's the best outro ever.